Okay, let's start assembling our little wallet albums. We take the first piece, which is the 11.5 by 7 1/4 that you scored on the 7 3/4 and 7 1/4 marks on the 11.5 inch side. So you have two lines here. Take your bone folder, score the one to the longest side first, like that. Then score the next one like this, and you will have, once you fold it, a box edge for your mini album. Take the second piece, which is your 6 3/4 inch by 7 1/4 inch that you scored on the 6 3/4 inch side at 1 1/4 and 3 1/4. Always follow your tutorial to make sure that we're getting these correct. And again, score the one furthest from the edge, and then the one closest to the edge, and then you've got this box shape like that. Okay, now we're going to put these two together. So I'm going to move my sticky notes out of the way. I want you to put 1/2 inch, you're going to need 1/2 inch score tape. We're going to put them together like this. So you need score tape on the hinge part on the furthest section from the score lines. Do not cover your score lines. Put your tape on just one edge. Like that. So you have your folds here. There's no tape on any of the score lines. Peel the tape backing off. And take the side of your piece 1 that does not have the score lines and fit these two pieces together. Right along the fold line, make them straight. Right along the fold line. Burnish that. Get a good stick on both sides. Some glue strings hanging on mine. Okay. This is the outer part of your album. So you have the squared edges here, and this is your flap, like that. Okay. Next, let's take the sections 3 and 4. You have two of those, and they are 7 1/4 by 7 1/4 inch squares, and we scored just on one side at 3/4 and 1 1/4. So we're going to fold and score these the same. Score the one closest in, the one closest in, and then you do the one on the outer edge last to get your squared spacing edge there. Do the same on the other. The inner line first, the one out closest to the edge second, and fold the other one back up, and you have this type of shape. Let's see if we can see that for you. Okay, let's take these, open this up with the widest flap at the top, and we're going to assemble it this way, our pages. So you need to attach score tape, 1/2 inch score tape, to the first scored section, with it folding on the outer part of the fold. So anyway, you have your fold line going in. So put your score tape on the flap. Go ahead and put it on each one. See how we have the fold like this. Open it up. You have your score line here, the bump side. Put your score tape just on one section of the flap. Do not, important on both of these, on all of this assembly, do not cover any score lines. Fold it back up, and you have it looking like this. Okay, take your base piece. This is going to go on the inside between the two center score lines. You're going to place the score line, first score line of this one, right along the edge, cut edge of this piece of paper. So peel off your backing and carefully position it. Square it up down here at the score line along the cut edge, just like that. Let's burnish that to make sure our score tape sticks. This makes a box. You could call these little box albums. I call them wallet albums, W-A-L-L-E-T. I'm not sure if my Texas accent is saying that right for you. Peel the tape off the other one. Same thing. Line them up with the score line here on this piece along the cut edge. Position it down, burnish it for a stick, and we have the second section done. Okay, we set that aside. Take pieces 5 and 6. These are 7 1/4 by 7 1/2. We scored on the 7 1/2 inch side at 3 1/4 and 1 inch. These only have the 1/4 inch space between the two lines. Again, fold on the score line of the one furthest from the edge, then score the one closest to the edge. Use the bone folder there. And then bring the first score line back up. So I need to do that with burnish it. So you want a little 1/4 inch space there. Okay, the other one. Score the first one, the furthest away. I find that's easiest for me. You can try it the other way. It might work better for you the other way. This just seems to work better for me because I don't want to mess up score lines. Score it real good, burnish it, then bring the second one, fold it again, and there you have that. These are really, really easy to make. You can cut these and make your 4 really, really quick. For this, you're going to take your score tape and put it on the flap. And these are going to fit in. Let's see. You can do them different ways. I'm going to put it the same way. It's just going to be over along the edge here of this fold line. Not the fold line, the outer fold line, but along the edge of the base piece. So again, let me move this out of the way. Open it up, and on the side, the outer side, put down your score tape. This would be the side that has the ridges or the raised bumps of your score line. Put it on that section. Do not cover any score lines. Same with the second one. Fold them back. Peel the tape off. Bring your base piece back in with it all opened up. And the widest section, top section, let's see here, this one here. The narrow one is the bottom, the top, the widest is your top. So open it up like that and position the score tape peeled edge right along the second fold line along the edge of the base. Line it up at the top and down at the bottom before pressing down. Open it up and burnish. Okay, and we'll do the other one. Tape backing off. This is going to open this way. Line up the top or the bottom along the score lines and burnish. That's it. That's assembled. Now your last piece, your 7 1/8 by 7 1/8 for the center back. This is to cover up these edges in here that you put in and to give the back a little more stability. You take score tape all around the perimeter of this piece. Go ahead and put some in the middle. It doesn't have to be solid. You can skip a little bit between each strip. Okay. Burnish the tape down. Sometimes I do this to make sure it sticks down before I peel it up. And if you have problems peeling off the tape backing, take your craft knife and just lift along the edge here, like that. This wallet album, I found several on YouTube, tutorials for these on YouTube, but I didn't find the size that I needed for my camera box, so I revised the sizes so that they would fit into the camera box, be a little bit bigger. This one's bigger than the ones that I found on YouTube. Then you take this, because this is a square piece, it doesn't matter which way, and line it up between the edges and that inner score line on the flaps, and just put it down like this. Now this will all be covered with paper, so the flaps fold in and up and down. And we'll also be adding some magnets to hold these down before we put our papers on. So that will be the next step. I'll show you where to put some magnets so that you can have a closure on the front of it, and then we'll cover it with some cute papers and have a lot of fun with that. And you will be covering all four, and I will show you the variations on how I did different variations on the inside pages.